When Vito got out of the car, Tessio approached him and put his arm around his shoulder. "This is gonna be spectacular," he said, gesturing to the gate and the compound. "My friend," Vito said, "stay close to my family, por favor." He gestured at the unfinished walls. "This is our business," he said, meaning that a man can never feel entirely safe. "Certainly," Tessio said, and he went out to look for Sonny and the kids. Clemenza, with effort, pushed himself away from the car and joined Vito, and Richie followed. Vito said to Clemenza, "What is it I don't like about that look on your face?" Clemenza said, and he motioned for Richie to show Vito the newspaper. "Wait," Vito said as Carmela joined them, carrying Connie in one hand and a small basket in the other. She had on a long flowered dress with a frilly collar. Her hair, just beginning to gray, fell to her shoulders. Vito said, "You have a picnic for all of us in there?" Carmela grinned and showed him the basket, in which she had smuggled their house cat, Dulce, along for the ride. Vito took the cat from the basket, held it to his chest, and rubbed its head. He smiled at his wife and pointed toward the biggest of the 5 houses in the compound. Between him and the house, 2 groups of Tessio's and Clemenza's men talked amongst themselves. The boys were all out of sight. "Find the children and show them their rooms," he said, as he replaced the kitten in the basket. "No business today," Carmela said to Vito. To Clemenza, she added, "Let him relax one day, okay?" "Go," Vito said. "I promise I'll be along in a few minutes." Carmela gave Clemenza a stern look and then went off to join her family. Once Carmela was out of hearing range, Vito peered at the masthead of the paper and said, "So what's in today's daily news?" Richie handed him the paper. Vito shook his head at the picture on the cover, and when he read the caption, he said, "Mamug, Munag, unidentified victim." It's Nicky Crea, Clemenza said, "one of Tomasino's boys." The front page of the paper pictured the body of a boy stuffed into a trunk. The kid's face was untouched, but his torso was torn up with bullet holes and looked like someone had used him for target practice. Clemenza said, "I hear Tomasino's furious." Vito studied the picture for another moment. The body was crammed into a steamer trunk with cracked leather straps and an ornate brass lock. Someone in a jacket and tie who looked like a passerby, but was probably a detective, peered into the trunk as if curious about the body. The way the knees were twisted and the arms folded awkwardly, the trunk had been left under the fountain in Central Park, and the angel atop the fountain appeared to be pointing at the trunk and the body. "Brazzi," Vito said, and handed the paper back to Gatto. "He's sending a message to Gespi." "What's his message?" Clemenza said. "Hurry up and kill me? He's got 5 guys against Mariposa's organization. He's a madman, Vito. We got another mad dog calling our hands." Vito said, "So why isn't he dead yet?" Clemenza glanced at Genko, who was approaching them with Eddie Veltri on his side. To Vito he said, "The Rosado brothers paid me a personal visit to him last night, late." Genko, joining the circle, said, "Did he tell you?" Vito said to Gatto, "Richie, why don't you and Eddie go check all the houses, please?" When Gatto and Veltri were out of the circle, Vito motioned for Clemenza to continue. "They came right by my house, right to the front door." "Your home?" Vito said, the color in his face rising. "They had a bag of cannoli straight from Nazarene's," Clemenza laughed. "Vi fanciul," I think it said. "I told them, 'You want me to invite you in for coffee? It's after 11. They're yuck, yap, yap, old times, the old neighborhood. I tell them, 'Boys, it's late. If you're not going to kill me, what do you want?'" "And?" "Luca Brasi," Genko said. Clemenza said, "Just before they leave, Tommy Rosado says Luca Brasi's an animal. He's ruining the neighborhood the way he acts. Somebody has to take care of him soon, or else the whole neighborhood will suffer. That's it. They tell me to enjoy the cannoli and they're gone." Vita turned to Genko. "So we have to take care of Luca." "Lacanti's hanging on by his teeth," Genko said, "but he's still hanging on. Tomasino, from what I'm hearing, wants Luca dead now. I think he wants to practice his dentistry on him. But the Barzinis want everyone focusing on Lacanti. The Sicamani will do what he's told. Plus, between me and you, I think they're all scared of this Luca Brasi. He's got them all shaking in their boots." Vito asked Genko, "Does Lacanti have a chance?" Genko shrugged. "I have a lot of respect for Rosario. He's been in jams before, and he's been counted out before. And he always comes back." "No," Clemenza said. "Not this time. Genko, please." To Vito he said, "His Capo regimes have all gone over to Mariposa. Rosario's on his own. His oldest boy is dead. He's got his other son, a few of his boys standing by him, and that's it. Jenko said, Rosario's still got his connections, and I still say until he's in the ground, we can't count him out. Clemenza looked up to the sky as if at wit's end, trying to deal with Jenko. Ugh! Listen to me, Jenko said to Clemenza. Maybe you're right and Lecanti's done for. Maybe I just don't want to believe it. Because when that happens, when Mariposa controls all of Lecanti's organization, the rest of us are going to get swallowed or buried. What we're doing to the Irish now, they'll do to us. All right, Vito said, stepping in to end the argument. Right now our problem is Luca Brasi. To Jenko he said, arrange a meeting for me with this mad dog. He raised a finger, making a point. Only me, he said. You tell him that I'm the only one coming. Tell him I'll be alone and unarmed. Chicazo! Clemenza shouted, and then glanced around to see who was within earshot. Vito, he said, containing himself, you can't go see Brasi naked. Madon, what are you thinking? Vito raised his hand, silencing Clemenza. To Jenko he said, I want to meet this demon who strikes fear into Mariposa's heart. Jenko said, I agree with Clemenza on this. This is a bad idea, Vito. You don't go in there alone and naked to see a man like Luca Brasi. Vito smiled and opened his hands. He opened his hands as if to embrace both of his capos. Are you scared of this Diavolo too? Vito, Clemenza said, and again looked up to the sky. Vito asked Jenko, what's the name of that judge in Westchester who used to be a cop before he was a judge? Dwyer, Jenko said. Ask him as a favor to me to find out everything he can about Luca Brasi. I want to know all there is before I can go see him. Jenko said, if that's what you want. Good, Vito said. Now let's enjoy this weather. He put his arms around the shoulders of his capos and walked with them through the gate and into the compound. Beautiful homes, no? He nodded toward Jenko and Clemenza's mostly finished houses. Si, Jenko said. Bella. Clemenza laughed and patted Vito on the back. Ha ha! Not like the old days. He said, stealing dresses off garment trucks and selling them off house to house. Vito shrugged and said, I never did that.